And we're live. Welcome to HighwayBassin. Today I'm in International Falls, Minnesota. Beautiful rainy river. I got a couple of rods set up. So this first one, my trusty Aquarius rod. And right now I'm throwing a Daiwa jerkbait. It's got a little bit of a rattle. But I've been throwing a Rapala Fire Tiger Shad Wrap. That's worked pretty good. And then I got the St. Croix Icon. This one is rigged with a Senko, so we'll see how that's gonna work. It's nice, overcast, very comfortable weather. Hopefully it's not gonna get rained on. And while I'm waiting here to get my job done, why not get some of this done as well? So let's set you up in a good viewing position, like so, and start making casts. Welcome to the live stream. The chat is live, so let's see what happens. First I'm gonna throw the Senko and the pipes right here, see if I can check out a couple of those smallies. They look like they've been feeding on crawfish. They've been spitting crawdads left and right, so I'm hoping the Senko is gonna be an attractive bait enough for that purpose. Who's in there? I got Rado. Hey, how are you, man? And I got Hans in the house. Hans, I'm headed for South Dakota next. So I know you're far from there, but I don't know, maybe I'll be going to Nebraska after South Dakota. I gotta go bring some paper goods to the local elementary school in Valley Springs, South Dakota. Yeah, they haven't been too huge. Biggest one I got was probably about 15 and a half inches, but they're fun to catch. They're really aggressive. I lost a few. I've had on probably a dozen, managed to bring to hand I'd say 8 of them, so not terrible, not great. I really hope they like the Senko. So far no cigar. I know maybe a Ned rig would be a good option here. What's wrong with South Dakota, Hans? Should be alright. I've never had issues driving through South Dakota. Welcome everyone to the live stream. How was your weekend? How's fishing by you? We just got back from Florida. It was a lot of fun. The kids had a blast. We went to Destin. Drove down to Gulf Shores, Alabama first. Oh, Hans likes South Dakota better than Nebraska. Well, I can't blame you. Oh, bad winter. Well, Nebraska isn't any better. Nebraska gets super hot in the summer though. So I was impressed with Alabama. I never knew. I know Alabama is a punchline most of the time. Never knew they had such beautiful beaches. We went down to Mobile and then we drove down through Daphne and went to Gulf Shores. This is where my wife started her American journey. She first came to Alabama, so we wanted to show the kids. The beaches are incredible. All that northern portion of the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, I know Louisiana and out in Corpus Christi in Texas is very dirty, but this was amazing. Clean white quartz crystal sand, pristine beaches, like super crystal clean water. There's a couple of fallen trees I'm trying to aim for. That one that's sticking out there, trying to shoot for that. Hopefully I'll manage to pull one out of there. I'll let it sink first. I think they need something more aggressive than that. Oh, nope. Got a pretty good snag though. I'll let this one sit. Hopefully Smalley will pull it out of the snag. I'll go to the Daiwa crankbait. This one, I shouldn't have such a big swivel snap. I I think it might scare them a little bit, but for the purposes of not losing time, I'll go with what I have on. It's like a 45-50 yard cast. Russia is hotter than South Dakota, but Sandansky is hot as hell. So my friend Rado, also known as the Shark, he's from Sandansky. It's almost the southernmost part of the country in Bulgaria. That's where my ex-wife is from. Fish on. Okay, that's good. Hey, somebody brought me luck. That's a good fish actually. What is that? Oh, a pike. Let's see. Look at him. A little pike. I'll try to net him so I don't lose that guy. Give me a second. That's cool. That's a good start. So that's on the Daiwa jerkbait. Get him here. Okay. Got him. Okay, first fish on camera. It's a slimy bastard. Let's see. Let's go. This guy was waiting to hit that. There we go. A little guy. It's one of the few ones I've caught on live stream. He hit that bait really good. That's like a 19, maybe 20-inch little pike. This is the first one I got as far as my second species of the day. I've been catching smallmouth and they've been all full of crawdads. Ooh, this guy got pinned. Textbook. You haven't caught a pike? Well, you did a lot of ice fishing, Hans. Plus, the pike are probably afraid of you because you eat them all. Wow, did he get pinned good. Okay, there we go. Got him out. This is the lure, a Daiwa crankbait with a little rattle. And let's let him go. Go back. Grow up. It's all gone. Hit probably not even 12 yards from shore, maybe less. Well, let's go back to casting. I guess it's a crankbait bite today with the conditions we have. Very nice overcast. Let's get you a little bit better positioned. All right. So anyways, one fish on. Let's see what's next. Maybe I'll catch a walleye. I know, Hans, I'm giving you a hard time. You catch as many walleyes as no one else I've seen. I personally love bluegill and I love big crappies. Grass carp? Oh, how big was that? Iowa has some big grass carp in some of the ponds, but they don't let me fish any of those. I really want to do it. I want to do it on the fly rod. That'd be amazing if I get a chance to do it. So I'm going with these light jerking motions. And oh, speaking of fishing on the HighwayBassin part, my friends really wanted to do some fishing down in Destin. Never got around to doing it. I fished the hotel pond for bass, 20 or 22 inches. That's a nice eating size, I'd say. Put it on the grill, Hans. A lot of olive oil, herbs. Score it on the sides. Rub it good with herbs and olive oil and grill it. And then melt some butter on it. It will turn out amazing. And the best sauce, I called it an after sauce. Olive oil, freshly squeezed lemon juice, chopped parsley, garlic, and some chopped green onions. Lots of salt and pepper and whatever other herbs you want to add. You can even put some soy sauce, but that'd be a good sauce for that kind of fish. So down in Florida, it's like, yeah, definitely on the grill will turn out the best. Down in Florida, it's like there's no COVID. Everybody's going around, no masks, and restaurants are at capacity. Well, I don't think they're allowed to. Oh, fish on. Okay, that's a nice one. Whatever it is. Okay, what is that? Let's see. Let's see it. Let's see it. Ooh, nice, 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 nice. That's a nice smallmouth, guys. Okay, second fish on camera. Let's try and scoop this guy up on the Daiwa crankbait. Get in here, buddy. Okay, second fish in. I'm gonna show it to you real quick, and then back he will go, he or she. I don't see a crawdad in this guy's mouth, but there he is. Very sturdy build, and it hit close to shore. I'd say probably 12 feet, if that, and maybe like 3-4 feet of water. So I call that a good catch. Let him go. All right, we got something going on with my little lure right here. Couple of MTB keepers to keep the interest going. So guys, check each other's channels, leave comments, help each other grow, share some videos, and back to the Florida fishing. We tried so much different seafood. They have a couple of big farmers markets. Eat the carp? Yeah, I eat carp. I've had some of the best carp back home. I used to rent an apartment to a guy who owned a carp farm, and he used to invite me on 6th of December. It's St. Nicholas in Bulgaria. It's the day of all the anglers, all the bankers, liars, and also all the sailors. So the tradition is to eat carp on that day. So most of the farms harvest all their carp on this date. And obviously it's December, so it's very cold and the fish are grouped up. So what they do is they run big nets with chest waders. Who's in there? Hey Justin. Turtle soup with noodles. Hans, you're my hero. If I would have a podcast, you'd be on every other week. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Should I start a podcast? Like, I don't have enough other stuff going on. Come on, fish. So there was one that jumped right in the pipes. I don't know if I can entice a bite from a fish that's right in the passage there. I doubt it, but I'll make a cast. So Rado, how's Bulgaria? Now that the restrictions are done, are you doing any trout fishing? Any chubs? Are you going to Greece anytime soon? Seems like everybody in Bulgaria and their brother are going to Greece, to the White Sea. Fish, oh, that was a nice bite, came off. I spoke too soon. Said fish on and it wasn't on yet. That was a nice fish. Anyways, make a cast back there. So the kids had a really good time. I really tried to focus on them this time a lot more, them and the wife, because I'm gone so much that we need getaways like this when we spend time. We took a trip on the Gulf to see dolphins. They had a big shrimp boat like the one from Forrest Gump, and of course when they're dumping all their bycatch, the dolphins were lining up to feed on that, so that was pretty cool to see. we didn't book anything. When we showed up in Florida, we didn't even have a room booked ahead of time. We had some friends that we knew were gonna be there, so we had like a last chance scenario. If we didn't have where to go, we would crash with them. But we went looking for a place, and the first hotel I stopped by, I already realized that it's gonna be very hard, because it seems like everything there is property management companies. You can't really go and meet a person and speak to them and rent a place. You gotta talk to a property management company and they'll book it for you. And the first place I stopped in, they told me, well, the only thing we have for your dates is the yacht. And I'm like, what kind of yacht is that? It's $8,000 a night. It's a freaking boat. It's a yacht. My socks are a little bit too thin for that yet. That was impressive. If I had this kind of sponsors, I would definitely go with that. And they had a lot of people who were staying on yachts. No fly rod, Justin, no. Yesterday when I was packing my stuff, I only picked up the ultralight and the bait caster and the Aquarius rod. I never go out without it, so I've been throwing a little bit of a crankbait pattern. I was throwing a shad wrap earlier in a fire tiger, and that was working pretty good, but now I'm trying a jerk bait because I'm trying to catch a little bit bigger size fish, and so far it's been kind of working. I tried a whopper plopper for a little bit, no reaction on that. I'm guessing earlier in the morning, maybe later at night, it would have been a better choice. But yeah, off camera I had about a dozen strikes, of which 8 I brought to hand. And now I'm trying to catch a third species. So far I had a pike. That was my first one on camera, and then I got a smallmouth. Hoping to catch a walleye. I mean, you can't come almost to Canada and not catch a walleye, right? I guess you can, but hopefully it won't happen like that. So who else is on? I see 3 people watching. So far I talked to Rado the shark from Sandansky, to Musky Hans down in Nebraska, and to my buddy Justin James with his outdoor podcast from Rockford, Illinois. Who else is on? I guess everybody's still sleeping. It's too early in the morning for most people. What do you guys think? Should I switch to a different kind of bait? Should I go with a deeper diver? Maybe something that isn't suspending so much? That's it? Just the 3 of us? Oh, you have a paper going on? You keep going with the academics, huh? That's good, man. I'm impressed. At least one of us is smart. Fish on. Ooh, that's a nice one. That is a nice one, guys. I don't know what it is, but it's a nice fish. Okay. Ooh, another pike. Okay. Hope it doesn't break me off. I don't know what you're seeing, how much you see. That's... well, another pike, and he's off. See, that's what happens when you're too cocky. Anyways, second pike. Let's go back to casting, I guess. Where there's a couple, there will be more. So what kind of paper is it, Hans? Something scientific. You're always working on a paper. I have like 4 of them that are in some process. Well, you should have a separate thing going on just for your science projects, man. I think any type of expert opinion online finds its way, because there's always people. There will be other soil scientists that will be interested, and I'm just assuming it will be a good fit for you, because you obviously are an expert in your field, so people really look for expert opinions. Speaking of which, what should I do with my freaking lawn? I have like ridiculous sand and I have pine trees all over. So the soil is very acidic. So my lawn is a disaster. It's like a zombie land. I have probably the best weeds in the neighborhood, but I don't have any good ryegrass or any Kentucky, whatever it's called, bluegrass. Removing straw, crop residues. Okay. Get a goat. Nice. You know what they say, the old truckers, get a goat in your truck, you're gonna get fresh milk and fresh ass every morning. Yeah, the goat will graze and poop all over the place. For sure it will help. And then move it around, right? So I get a even distribution of poop. Oh my god. That's totally the wrong context I want to have on my channel, but what can I do? Always happens sooner or later. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Nope. Now both of the rods are snagged. Yeah, what a weird way to cut it off. Lime on it, irrigate it, spray it, give it a little fertilizer. Oh, it's a project. I guess I'm too lazy, but I have to do something definitely. I'll probably follow your advice. What would the lime do? Won't it kill anything? Hey, I got the lure back. What do you know? Got lucky, got the lure back. Let's see. Time to go swimming. No, 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 no. I ain't risking swimming in this river. First off, it's the paper mill, so I'll probably get some sort of toxic shock. And then there's probably 6 feet muskies here, so I wouldn't want to be in any of those jaws mouths. Let's try a couple more casts. And I'll go check on my trailer. I don't know if they stocked it already. What was cool this time, I was delivering chemicals to the mill. I'm delivering their bleach for their paper whitening processes, and then I'm picking up paper goods for the school in Valley Springs, South Dakota. So I just asked for a spotter, dropped off the trailer, they picked it up, and hopefully they'll bring it full. And now I get to enjoy this, which is crazy. I get to talk to you guys, which is even more amazing. I'll try to catch at least one more so I can close on a good note. Let's see what will be next. That second pike was nicer. They should have just scooped it up and not played with the camera as much, but you know me. So over there, that's Canada, I think. Pretty crazy. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. It will help the channel. Also share the video, comment, let me know what you think, what I should be doing more of, what I should be doing less of. I have no idea. Let me show you this little feeder canal. So there's a couple of fish jumping through there. I got no idea what kind they are. I won't mind meeting one of them in person, I guess. Let's try a couple more casts in the pike direction. See what comes out of there. I gotta get a new phone for the wife, so I'm taking advice. Currently we both have the Samsung S9s. Obviously it's already archaic. What would you suggest I should get for her? I think we're gonna stick with Android. I don't know if I want to go back to Apple. There's lots of pros and cons, but I guess the cons outweigh the pros. Also, I'm looking for advice on a headset for my daughter, because Ian broke her headphones when we were down in Florida, so I need to get her something nice. This little guy something else. Trouble all around. Last time I fished HighwayBassin was down in Wisconsin, La Crosse, by the brewery under the Minnesota bridge. So again on the border with Minnesota, the Mississippi bridge. And I was throwing a small, missed the fish, a small chrome colored shad wrap. I got a very decent flathead, smacked that pretty good. So I wish I had been broadcasting back then, because that was a fight. That was a lot of fun. On this same rod, I loved it. It doesn't happen every day. Every time it happens, it's a very memorable experience. Flatheads are incredible fish. And when you get them in the current, they're controlling the game. You're in their element. Did the other YouTubers get that same message about the new mid-roll ads? Apparently they've come to terms with the fact that it makes no sense to push people to make videos longer than 10 minutes. So now they'll allow mid-roll ads even on shorter videos. And I'm guessing the AI will put them automatically for us. They're getting desperate, I think, with that COPPA ruling. So many channels that were big producers for them got basically destroyed. That can't blame them too. They got a business to run. But definitely with the quarantine, a lot more people have been sitting at home and watching streaming services, and definitely a lot more YouTube has been watched. Just, it's ridiculous how much of the content is this garbage about conspiracy theories and crap. So can't change that. People will always have an affinity to this. They get drawn to the, like moths to a light. Let's go. You got the email? Most of the videos are 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't care anyways. It sucks when people push themselves to make a 10-minute video when there's no content for a 10-minute video, just to add, and it doesn't add that much, because anyways, if you lose the interest, if you don't have audience retention in the end of the video, what's the point? It just brings your total CPM down. On top of that, if you're just doing it for the ads, then something's definitely wrong in the whole scheme of things. Come on, let's catch one for the road, huh? One walleye. That's all we need. I was impressed that I had already 2 pike hit like they did. asked one of the spotter drivers, is there any fishing here? Oh yeah, lots. So I had to try. And he wasn't wrong. That's 15 contacts so far. And I don't know how many countless attempts that gave up before they hit. Well, I guess I'll cut it here. This is the bait I was using. This is the rod that was catching them. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I try to go live. I pre-fish a little bit. If I feel it's a good trip already, then I go live. Sometimes the action isn't as good as it was before the camera went on, but at least I'm honest about it. I'm not setting anything up. Do what you love, because life is way too short. I will hit this off. From International Falls, Minnesota, Lyubaka out. Much love, guys.